Hello everyone, Lamont Taylor, Get Me Recruited CEO and President, here to give you an overview of what to expect this weekend. We got a great weekend of basketball. I'm excited. I know you're excited. We got people flying in, driving in from all over the country. This is going to be exciting. We got the Hot 100 Middle School Showcase going on, which is 5th through 8th grade. And then we got the freshman event, all freshmen going on at the same time, the Fresh Out of Middle School Showcase. So I'm excited about it. It's a great weekend coming up. So what I want to talk about a little bit is just why are you here, what you can expect, and how the things will go so you can plan around them. First of all, as I said, my name is Lamont Taylor. I'm the CEO of Get Me Recruited. You can find me throughout the weekend, available to you if you want to ask me any questions or anything. Normally we're working on the event, but there are times when I'm available if you want to talk. Also, many of you know Robert Scruggs. Well, we call him Trey, you may call him Trey, but this is the guy y'all been talking to on the phone, Robert Trey Scruggs. Call him Trey, all right? We're all family now. Give him a talk, buzz, whatever you want to talk to him about, he'll be available all weekend. All weekend, you will see people wearing the Get Me Recruited gear. Those are staff members, so if you have any questions whatsoever, feel free to ask one of us. It's pretty simple. We try to simplify it for you so you will all have a great weekend and not many hiccups, hopefully. Things do go wrong, but we're going to make the best of it, right? So let's talk a little bit about what to expect and who we are. First, who we are. Well, we're a national showcase directors as well as scouting services. So we're one of the few that actually do both. And we'll be evaluating. All of our scouts will be here this weekend. You'll see Coach Pop and Coach James Ville, and you'll see Sean Bethay, and all of our staff will be there this weekend to greet many of you. Going throughout the weekend, you'll understand that we come from a place of we do care, right? It's not just roll the basketball out. Hopefully by the end of the event, you all will feel the same way. Many years ago, it's over 11 years now, Trey and I were on a trip coaching basketball, and we had this idea of, helping parents not go through what I went through and he went through as a coach as well. And so we came up with the Get Me Recruited concept. And it's been working for us because we try to give the knowledge to the parents. We try to be sincere and honest because in this industry, it is sometimes a little dishonest and self-serving. So we try to do the best we can to provide you the information to make the best decisions for your child, not just now, but in the future. Like I said, it's been almost going on 12 years soon because we just crossed over 11 years a few months ago. So we're really excited about that. Moving forward, let's talk about what you can expect, okay? So tomorrow morning, check-in is at 8 a.m., all right? So let me tell you what to expect at 8 a.m. During check-in, your child will come through one door, you will come through another, and what we're gonna do is make sure they get their jersey, they understand what team they're on, but no worries. You will know what team they're on either late tonight or in the morning, depending on how many other players are still shuffling in and out and getting hurt and sick, and we have to make adjustments to the rosters. So we try to make sure that the rosters are as accurate as possible in the morning. So you'll be able to see them either late tonight or early in the morning on our website. No worries if you don't see it there. You'll see it in the gym. They'll be hanging up in the gym, and I'll direct you where they are, as well as there'll be a point where we make sure all the teams get together and know their coach and know their teammates before they actually jump on the floor. All right? So we'll meet, like I said, check-ins at 8 o'clock. Get everybody in the gym, get started. Once we get started, I think we start around 9:15, somewhere along in that area. Actually, we'll start talking and getting everybody in order probably around 8:30. At that time, like I said, I want to make sure everybody's comfortable where they're supposed to be. Around 9:15, we'll start our skill development training. So we get skill development trainers from all over the area that are really skilled in what they do. We do or kind of strenuous vetting of making sure that we get, trainers that can really bring value to what we do. So we encourage you, not only will you get sessions for yourself, but when you're not actually having a session, I'm highly recommending that you go to other stations and watch them. Take notes, take videos, whatever you have to do, talk to the trainer afterwards. Because those are the things, they're not gonna teach you in 15 minutes what you should be practicing every day. You have to constantly ask, constantly get your knowledge up so you can get your skill development up. So when you're not actually on the floor, pay attention, because there's other things you could be doing, like watching them as well. Now, also up on that board, and on the website, you'll see your players' schedule. On that schedule, we'll have them and their teammates on there, as well as the activities that they'll do throughout the day. So for instance, it'll have the time slot of the training. It will have, for example, at 9:30, Team Lamont Taylor is gonna play at basket 2D, right? So what's 2D? Well, there's two gyms. There's the main gym and the auxiliary gym. In the main gym, you have basket A and basket B. That's gym 1. In the auxiliary gym, which is gym 2, you'll have basket C and basket D, okay? So you have A, B, C, D, and that's how you'll keep up with where you're supposed to be. Now, you'll also have on that schedule, not only your training, but you'll also have your game schedule. You'll play 2 games on Saturday, right? And 1 game on Sunday. Those are your regular games, right? And then you also have on that schedule your pictures. We have brought in a top photographer out of New Jersey, just high demand. We had him a few years ago, and now he's back because he was in such high demand. You're gonna love his quality. I'm telling you now, you don't wanna miss those pictures. First of all, it's required for all the kids to go to the pictures, because that's how we keep up with certain things if we have to go back and find a kid. But also, you're gonna want those pictures, because believe me, they grow up so fast, and before you know it, they're gone, and you don't have any memorabilia to this great occasion you missed out on, and all you can do is talk about it. Trust me, after you see all the products they have and the quality, you're gonna want some of that stuff anyway. But they're here, Photo Illusions, you'll see them. And on that schedule, it'll have exactly what time you and your teammates are supposed to reach there. And we're asking that you get there about 5 to 10 minutes before your scheduled time, so when it's time to go, they can get you in and out. Also, remember, on Saturday, after you play your second game and you've already taken your pictures, you're free to go. The only 2 requirements is your second game and your pictures, and you're free to go. So if your game's over at 4, you're out. If your game's over at 6, you're out, all right? And I think the last set of games is at 6:30 anyway. So the games will start around, I think 11:30, and then the last game's at 6:30. So just check your schedule. It depends on what group you're in, because there's 2 things about the Hot 100 you need to know. Okay, it's all middle school. However, there's 2 divisions, right? So, and you'll notice this. Well, I'm not playing that team, or my teammates playing on that team. Well, let me explain. If you're in 5th grade or 6th grade, you're automatically in the junior division, no question. If you're in 8th grade, you're automatically in the senior division. Well, what about the 7th grade? What do we do? All right, to keep it totally random, because we don't care who's on what teams, and we do everything totally random. The system does it. So how it's going to be done is, according to the height that's in the system, we'll decide whether you are in the junior division or the senior division. And I think 5, 6, and below for this particular event ended up in the junior division if you're in 7th grade. If you were 5, 7, or above, I think that's what it was, you probably ended up in the senior division. This is 7th grade. But again, 8th grade, automatically senior division. Doesn't matter if you're 5'2". 6th grade, doesn't matter if you're 6'1". You're automatically in the junior division because you're 5th or 6th grade. Okay, going on with that day. So Saturday's pretty easy, right? We got skill development. We have your 2 games. You have pictures, and then you're gone for the day. We will have a full concessions with hot dogs and fries and chips and Gatorade and water, those things if you need it. And then if you have enough time in between your games, according to your schedule, and you want to go, North Hills Shopping Center is right around the corner. They got everything from bowling and like the mall, the movie theater, you name it. Everything is literally around the corner. So we're in a great area, and we're at a great school, wonderful school. So those things to keep in mind. Now moving into Sunday. Sunday, you don't check in until about 30 minutes before your first game is to start that day, right? That's your 3rd game. So, for example, if your game is at 10 o'clock, then you don't have to be there until 9:30. Now, there's a couple of them that their game isn't until, I think, 12. Well, that means they have to be at 11:30, but they probably had the later game, right? So if you left early, you probably kind of come in early. But if you were one of the last to leave, then you probably got a later game. All right, after the last game, regular 3rd game, you have time, if you were early, to either go eat lunch, get ready for whatever you need to do, however you want to do with your time. But during that time is when we're counting votes, right? Everyone will be voting, from the media to the coaches to our staff. We'll all be voting on exactly who should make the All-Star game. And I'll talk about that in just a second. So at 1 o'clock is when we'll all meet on court 1, and we'll have our camp talk where we talk about some things. And then immediately following that, we have around 1:35, 1:40, somewhere along in there, we'll be doing our 3-point contest. Let me explain who's in the 3-point contest. I understand everybody shoots threes. I get it. Unfortunately, only a small few make them. So it'll be up to the actual team and the teammates and the coach will all get together as a group and decide who's going to represent their team for the 3-point contest. So at the end of the last game, we'll get the vote from the coach of who's actually going to represent that team. All right, so there's no sign up for you. There's no jumping in. It's actually going to be one representative from everybody's team. That'll happen around 1:40 or so, somewhere along in there. So around 2:30, the Hot 100 will have their All-Star game. All right, the junior division will be in the auxiliary gym, and the senior division will be in the main gym, in the gym 1. So remember, at 2:30, immediate following that, we'll have your award ceremony in the auxiliary gym. Once we have your award ceremony, you are free to go. Simultaneously, while we're having the award ceremony in the auxiliary gym, the freshmen will be playing their All-Star game in the main gym. And during that time, we'll be getting the Hot 100 out, and then immediately following the freshman game, we'll be giving them their awards, and then they'll be dismissed shortly after that as well. Another thing, highlight videos. I can't stress enough how important those highlight videos are. Not just because you want to show grandma, not just because you want to post it on social media, but scouts like ourselves, we actually use those videos when we want to send them to, let's say, a program that is interested in you, or a college that's interested in you, or we want to put together evaluation on you, but we want to see some more footage to see if we didn't miss anything. those type of things are why highlight videos are important. Also, you can track your progress, right? You can see the video you got this year versus the video you got last year. So those guys use those videos to actually come up with their content that they're going to put together, so that sooner that you sign up for it, the more they can actually be looking for your child and zoning in. Now, they'll find them whenever you sign up, so you can sign up online up until all day that day. All weekend, actually, you can sign up for the highlight video, but I highly suggest you do it early, because you want them to kind of know which child they should be focusing in on, all right? And that's probably our most popular thing. What we get the most is after the event and the video company is done and wrapped up, people calling saying, hey, I want a video. I want a video. And usually it's after they see everybody else's video, right? But sometimes it's just too late. So don't mess around with it. Go ahead and get those videos and you won't regret it. Black shorts tomorrow throughout the day. Make sure you have your black shorts on. I think that's about it that I wanted to cover. I'm available, like I said. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to get. Now, we do be kind of busy throughout the event, because it takes a lot of moving parts to make this happen. But real quickly, the last thing I wanted to talk about was the All-Star game, right? So during the All-Star game, again, it's voted on. No one, I guess the biggest thing that we hear, not just at our events, at other events, is people thinking that it is skewed toward certain players. You got the wrong organization for that. We don't care whether your child or that child make it. It doesn't serve us one way or the other. We want the child that's getting recognized at that moment. Now, that doesn't mean that child is better than your child. It could just mean a couple of things. It could mean that weekend they look better. Or it could mean, the coaches saw more of that kid and didn't see you. Or the game that we watched of your playing, at that particular moment, that kid was playing better than your child. So keep those things in mind. We would love for them all to be, but this isn't Rec League. This is what they're going to have to face throughout their career, whether it's middle school, high school, college, NBA. There's always competitions. There's always the all-star game, even for the NBA, where players think somebody got snubbed. It's always possible. And I already know you have a pair of these, right? I got 3 daughters. I got a pair. And these are made just for my children. My children look like they are the best when I wear them. See, right now they're just average. I put these on, and I swear, I'm plays tennis like Serena and golf, and there's some over here. Wait a minute. Oh, nah, she ain't looking too good. Oh, now see that right there? Now she looking like a superstar. You're going to have yours on this weekend. I already know. Some of them in contact lenses. You're going to make sure that you see every good play your child does. I promise you, you will. The problem is we've learned how to block out those breaks and turnovers. But anyway, just know we don't necessarily have the same vision you are, or looking for the same things. We look for different things, so especially upside and those type of things. But again, there'll be 40 people voting, so whoever has the most votes get in, whether it's just me or anybody else. Okay, so also one of the things that we want to talk about real quick is at the end of the event, as I was telling you, the award ceremony. Well, what awards? Well, we give out awards for best defense. We give out awards for the best playmaker. We also give out the coolest MVP awards of all the events out there. I seem to think, I'm a little biased to that, but you'll get to see tomorrow the kind of awards that we give in our MVP belt. It stands out, and you're gonna love it, I know. But also, we have a first team and second team all showcase that we give medals to. So all of those awards will be done at the end of the event. And as you can see, we have our pro skills training like we talked about, we have our 3 games we talked about. We'll be talking about the process. We'll have our all-star game, our awards, the exposure, the professional photos I told you about. Here are some past people that have been to our events we're quite proud of. You know, Sanaya Rivers won a national champion with South Carolina. She's at North Carolina State. Many of you know Jada Williams, the social media star. I mean, so we could go on and on. Remember my dunker, Ashley Watkins. You probably saw her on Sports Center a couple of times, getting a couple of dunks in. And then I'm looking for, okay, here is Jelani, one of the top players in the country. And then we're actually missing a few. I was looking for Joyce Edwards, #1 in the country. Ellie Blatchford. All of these are major D1, so there's going to be competition. All right, and it's going to be a fun environment. And I'm going to tell you, I did an interview with Jada during the pandemic on my platform that I used to do live. And one of the things that I loved that she said was, you know, I met some of my best friends at the Hot 100, you know, and they're all going to play college ball together. So trust and believe this process and this event is way more than just basketball. We become a family. So, you know, we're getting where we want all of you to enjoy yourself. And, you know, if you have any questions, let me know. We'll be getting ready to get ready, and I'll talk to you soon.